What's up, everyone? Tiki here. Before we get into the show, I need to ask you guys for a quick favor. Please take a minute to give us a review on any platform you listen to the show on, especially iTunes. Please, guys. It really goes a long way, and it helps to keep the lights on. Seriously, guys, thank you for that. I can't say it any other way. It's a massive help for the show. All right, that's it. Let's get into the show.
We've been dating way too long. She just hits me away. Hey, is this on Snapchat?
Hey, Hussey. That's not why she hits you away.
Yo, before we start, can we get a shot of Al's outfit, man? With the trench coat, the hat, looking Scottish as motherfucker. I love it, man. Styling.
It's a glum day here.
26 going on 76.
Gotta get the duster out. 76?
I think my grandfather actually owned that jacket.
I think I got it.
Look at that beard, too.
Cheers.
Beard.
Just doing it, dude.
There we go.
Absolutely doing it.
Getting started.
All right, let's get into it. The big North London derby this weekend. A bit anticlimactic, but a good game nonetheless. Spurs tops Arsenal 1-0. Arsenal, biggest stadium in the championship, as Huss loves to say.
Chill out. Chill out, man.
Biggest stadium in Europa for the next decade, probably.
No, it's all good.
You and Chelsea would be stuck in Europa for eternity, man. That's purgatory for you guys.
Too late. You already said something.
No.
What do you mean?
I need time on my side because today's a great day to go against United. So Tom and I will...
We'll team up on that one.
Yeah, team up.
You can't
We'll
play by
definitely team
yourself.
up on you.
You can't beat us.
He's not strong enough.
Beat up on all of us.
He's not
Says
strong
the people that always have another guy in the room with them.
Yes,
This
it
is
was 2v1 first.
Don't matter.
Stays getting the 2v1s, man. What a disappointing match, bro. I mean, North London.
From which point of view?
The tide appears to be turning.
That's pretty funny.
Are you done? The Gunners perspective, man. Are you kidding me? I didn't even watch Arsenal Fan TV, yo. Just so I have a fresh perspective.
Yeah.
So disappointed, man. So disappointed. The main thing I was concerned with, or disappointed about, was that Lacazette was on the bench. So, okay, I get it. The first game when Aubameyang comes in, Lacazette have been playing a lot. Maybe give him a rest, give him a little bit of a break. But North London derby, big game. He's our second most expensive signing. And you just bring in this guy, like Aubameyang, from Dortmund, and all of a sudden Lacazette finds himself on the bench.
And Mkhitaryan, too. Let's not forget. You could easily bench Mkhitaryan to play Lacazette. You know what I mean? To jam him in there. Not to say Mkhitaryan's bad or anything.
But Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang have that chemistry. And Aubameyang even said he was one of the main reasons, or one of the reasons why he came to Arsenal, because his boy was going to be there. Somebody knows how to play with. They have past history together being successful. So I think Wenger's banking on that, that link-up versus Lacazette. He's ruthless.
To a point, though, it's almost disrespectful because, look, Arsenal always wants that main guy, that main signing, and they got it with Ozil, they got it with Sanchez, but besides them, they didn't really. It was lackluster year after year, and then finally a player believes in Arsenal. Lacazette signs for Arsenal. And now
excited.
It's old news. Mm-hmm. Now it's old news. Now you're like the girl from last week, man. Sit on the bench, take a seat. You're not him, but the thing is, get him in the game. He doesn't have the confidence.
Bro, he's feeling his confidence. He never really instilled confidence in Lacazette because he wouldn't play him for a full 90. He'd take him off every 70 minutes and sub a teenager on or something like that. And now Aubameyang automatically starts with him. Why not be creative? Why not be adaptive? Play within a 2-forward system. I don't care if it's a 3-5-2. I don't care if it's a 4-4-2. I don't care what the numbers are. As long as those two are playing up top. And think about the glory days for Arsenal, right? The Invincibles. That's what we played. Dennis Bergkamp underneath Thierry Henry.
4-4-1-1.
Yes, we had a Patrick Vieira who could hold it down in the middle, but earlier in the season we played a 3-4-3, and we managed to put two central midfielders in there. So for me, not playing your best players is why Wenger is the culprit.
Well, we did see Lacazette. He did come in the 65th minute,
and he almost scored.
It went down the middle. Aubameyang went out wide, and when those chances did come to him, he looked completely out of confidence, completely off balance. Like his body language was terrible.
Yeah.
He didn't look comfortable. He didn't look at ease with himself.
Because he's a starter. He's used to starting, so now all of a sudden he's coming off the bench.
But if those chances come to Aubameyang, could have been 2 goals.
Could have been.
But at the same time, the irony is that throughout the week, I saw a story with Mkhitaryan saying that Arsene understands players better than Mourinho does. And then it's almost like Jose, what he did to Mkhitaryan, Arsene is doing to Lacazette. Look, it happens. Managers just find the players that they like, the players that they kind of wishy-washy on. You're going to be sitting on the bench a little bit more.
Lacazette's French. They should have the French connection.
Wishy-washy.
They should definitely have the French connection, man.
And you know what? Look, Arsenal was trying to get top 4. Does Wilshere, Elneny, Xhaka in the middle say top 4?
Hell no.
Does that say Champions League? No.
Well, that's
maybe in Turkey, but not here.
That's the main issue, bro, is that Arsenal does not have a central defensive midfielder who's capable of playing every single game. They don't have an N'Golo Kante. They don't have
Idris.
a Nemanja Matic. I'd love to sign Idrissa Gueye from Everton. I think it'd be the perfect fit. But for Spurs, they started in the 4-4-2 with Heung-min Son and Harry Kane up there. Kind of adapted as the game went on. But they look lively, man. And Arsenal, we just started the game flat. Right away, Harry Kane gets in. Mustafi Kashani are raising their hands for an offside. He gets an early chance with a header. And eventually he'd strike, man. He'd strike with a headed goal. And it was just... I thought Harry Kane may have rode the shoulders of Kashani on his goal. But, I mean... On second and third look, he just rose above, man.
Yeah.
On the chance before, he had a cross that came in, and he jumped too late.
Yep.
He should have jumped way earlier. Ended up going off the top of his forehead.
Yep.
On the second one, man, that went on his goal. Delicious ball from Davies from the left, dude. That sweet left foot, perfect ball. It was in behind Koscielny, and he rose early.
Yeah,
he was a foot off. I was like, dude, Harry Kane can't jump for shit. On the first one, I was like, man, he needs to work on that. The second goal, I was like, wow, all right.
Dude, he had CR7 hang time.
He did.
He was up there for like 10 minutes.
Dude, and that header was clinical, if I may say so.
Yeah.
Careful.
But man,
what about the first 2 he missed? Not clinical. Yeah, okay. 1 for 3. All right.
So here's my chance. Something else.
Liverpool or on the pool?
If I
with your head, with your foot, Hussey confidence level, you know, he knows it's a different scale, foot to head.
Keep in mind, he missed 2 headers. So.
And keep in mind, he was within 6 yards.
I'd say probably 7.
Why are you taking it seriously?
Why are you taking it more rhetorical? But look, if I told you, out of 25 matches, 25 starts, a midfielder that has 5 goals, 7 assists, you'd say they're having an okay season.
Yeah.
That's Dele Alli.
Agreed.
But for some reason, this guy just seems like he's not playing well at all. I talked about it in Fantasy Talk a little bit. Fantasy-wise, he's still doing pretty well. But at the same time, there's something missing.
You're talking about the finish, almost finish?
That special factor from Dele Alli. We've seen it the last couple of years. Something's missing. I don't know if Poch doesn't know how to fix it. I don't know if it could just be in the mind of Dele.
Yeah, he's not living up to his potential. Like you said, 5 goals and 7 assists in a season at his age is pretty solid numbers. But the problem is he's Dele Alli, quote unquote, the next great number 10 for England. Yeah, the expectations and his potential is a lot higher than he's performing right now. He's sort of below the graph where he should be for potential.
Yeah, and I think despite that miss that he had, where you can tell he's just off form a little bit, he could have easily settled it and dribbled around the goalie.
He could have done
so much stuff. He could have had a better touch with it.
Yep.
But on an individual level, he's subpar. But on a team level, man, this guy pressed like no one else. Like any flick that came to him was on point. You know, he played his role well for the team. Individually, he's still not there. But he's not letting that team down at all.
Yeah,
he was high pressing. His work rate was through the roof.
I
thought he had a great game.
Yeah, the least you can ask for is work rate from a player, especially when his confidence is down.
Yeah.
For me, what concerned me though, I saw Lucas Moura on the bench, and I was like, the Spurs squad is only getting
Very
stronger.
Strong. Yeah, Lamella's back from injury.
And I know lots of Arsenal fans. You know, we own Wembley. We do typically well, but. Guys, like the tide seems to be turning, man. The tide seems to be turning.
It seems to be turning for this rivalry as well. Like it used to be, you play Arsenal Spurs play 10 times. Arsenal probably won 7, maybe 8 of those, and the others a draw and a loss.
Yep.
Now it's edging closer to like maybe you'll win 6, maybe even 5. It might go 50-50. Who knows?
It's looking like 50-50 right now.
Yeah.
And this was done as well with no Toby Alderweireld. So Toby's coming back
Yeah,
now.
Davis and Sanchez.
From injury.
You know, who's like
Davis and Sanchez, Vertonghen, and Toby. They're gonna go 3-5-2 with
Dude.
Trippier
Sanchez
and
and
A
Davies.
new
So
formation
dangerous.
too, though. Like they usually play 3 in the back or like 4 in the back. You know, more traditional. But now we're going with the 4-4-2.
Yeah.
When I see Sanchez and Tottenham, I only think about the fact I get fed up with Liverpool. Why the hell didn't you buy a play like that? And why doesn't Manchester United, someone like that, go after a play like that?
A play like who, sorry?
Sanchez.
we did.
Davinson.
Well, the thing is, we saw two years ago what he. Last year what he did in Champions League. He looked good, and he went to Tottenham, Spurs. You're telling me that's the team that he
Now look,
truly wanted to go to? I mean, if a big team goes in for him, I think he might have went somewhere else.
the difficulty with guys like that, or even defenders buying them young and taking a risk, is that at big clubs they often don't get forgiveness. Look at John Stones. He was touted at Everton to be the next great
Good
thing.
example.
He makes a couple mistakes, and all of a sudden people are questioning, is this guy even good? So that's the pressure for the scouts to sign defenders. They usually try to sign someone who's at least mentally mature, like, 25 on. If they take a risk, it's always a massive risk for the top 4 clubs to do
and
it.
the risk that United have gone through is Eric Bailly, signing him young. That's our one guy. We'll see how it
And
goes.
he did well.
He's doing well.
Yeah,
He's doing
that's fine.
exceptional.
If you get it right, you have a captain for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
Sergio Ramos, John Terry, guys like that. I think the next special center back coming up,
Cahill.
who a guy like Man United should get. Funny joke, but not really. Matisse Delite, 18-year-old, plays for Ajax. Guy is a savage, man. Watch out for this kid. Special talent right here. Plays center back. Can, I'm sure, be taught to play other positions, but young 18-year-old from Ajax. I think, remember the time when Man United bought Gerard Piqué?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
for a little bit.
Someone along those lines, man. I think
Yeah, man.
would
Hey,
be
man, we got-
6'2", 200. All right,
we got Axel.
That guy can play in the
Axel
ground.
Twanzebe.
I love Arsenal to sign him, but
I'm sure
we
Liverpool
don't
will
sign
throw
defensive
65
players.
million at him.
You mean 75?
Yeah. No, the 75 is for a proven guy. 65 is for 18-year-olds.
For me, Spurs, man, it was the performance that was the most shocking. It was the performance that was most shocking in midfield. And that's where Arsenal really lost the battle.
Eric Dyer had a game.
Dembele was bossing dudes.
Eric Dyer and Dembele had a great game in that
Musa.
midfield. Musa Dembele.
Dude, Wanyama, every time you see him, he's just enormous as a human being.
He's a house.
Bigger and bigger.
Holy,
He's a house.
And Welbeck, he seriously needs to get a bra. Holy jeez, when he goes on that field, things are just bouncing up and down. It's like Baywatch.
Dude, Petr Cech, just to give him a shout, because we kind of shat on him the last couple episodes.
last dozen.
Absolutely bailed out Arsenal. This
still
game
got
could have easily been 6 or 7. But Tom made a point. The reason why he wants him out is because now he has that goofy factor about him, that mistake factor, which he never had before.
Yeah, he's
But
got
he's-
a mistake in him for
I
sure.
think he's still miles better than anyone that you can get in the immediate future.
In
Dude, what about
world in the
Oblak?
summer?
Unless you can buy somebody.
Yeah.
you can buy
Well, that's what they
someone.
need to do. Yeah,
You
go
can buy
after
better.
Oblak is available.
I
Maybe
just-
even
well,
maybe even
Oblak
Peter,
is-
Peter Cech would be a great number 2.
Maybe
If
even
he's willing to
Soda
stick
available.
around.
I'll
you
take
know?
him as number 2.
Yeah, he'd be a
I'd
great
still
number 2.
I'll take Ospina.
Maybe even
over
Cillison.
Cech as number 2.
No, you need to
Cillison
get
is behind what's his name, Ter Stegen.
David
Barca.
Lopez.
I
Sneak
don't
him out.
want to buy a number 2. That's my ambition. I don't want to buy a
Not
Barcelona number
man.
2,
He's
man.
not a number 2. They have 2 number
There's-
1s and they rotate them
What about
Well,
someone
there's
like
a reason Sillisen's not starting.
because Ter Stegen's better. That's it. That's the only
Okay,
reason.
then.
But
So
Cillison could
then
easily
go
start.
to Atletico Madrid, get Oblak. Get
No,
a,
but-
get a goalkeeper who's a savage. Don't get settle. Don't
Cillison,
settle.
did you watch him this weekend?
Yeah,
Cillison.
he had a great game, but it's a settle. He had that special save on the goal line, but again, it's
Cillison-
settling. Once
just
again,
needs-
it's
it's
Arsenal
not-
settling, and there goes your Man United ways
No.
trying to get us to settle for worse.
No, we picked up De Gea when he was a bum for
He
Atletico
was never a
Madrid.
bum.
No, for Atletico Madrid, he
Everyone
wasn't
knew he was special. De Gea
Dude.
was one of the best. It was him and Courtois. Everyone knew that.
100%, but he wasn't starting. He was sitting behind,
But
and
he
we
was
picked him up.
special. Cillison,
I think
I haven't heard
Sillison's
any
special,
special
dude.
He
things
does
about
work
him.
for
I
me
think
in
he
FIFA.
is, man. So
I don't think I've ever been scored on with him in that.
It was real life, man.
And Oblak, look, Liverpool have been
The Black Octopus.
they've been sniffing around that for a little bit. Look, was it 90 million Atletico is looking for right now? This is a release clause.
Do it.
90 million for the
Yeah.
keeper,
You
Arsenal.
Won't, you won't have to
What
worry
about
about it for
someone
the
like
next 10 years.
Leno.
I'll take Leno.
I mean,
Leno's a
you-
good goalie,
you're
and
not
he's a
gonna-
number 1.
And you're not going to spend 90 million on him.
Okay, that's reasonable. That's more logical. It makes sense. But my point is, don't give me a backup from any club in Europe. Go and get the number
I'll
1
take
guy.
it back up from Barca or Real Madrid.
Yeah, because you
Any-
already have a number 1.
And you know what?
At any position, those guys, those two teams have 23 players on the team. You know what I mean? Starters. They could go anywhere and start. So, like, I understand not wanting...
Just about,
not
yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah, just about, though.
Don't
just
forget,
about. Obviously not exactly
90%.
every
Don't
play.
forget,
Yeah,
if De Gea
come on.
does go to Spain, I mean, it looks like United might be looking at Donnarumma or something like that, where you can maybe go after Navas. Because,
again, that's someone's scraps. That's Madrid saying, okay,
I
now
don't know,
we'll
dude.
bring
I like
in,
that, dude.
now we'll
Navas
bring
is
in a
good,
new
but
guy.
Navas has not a comedy factor to him. But
it would be like signing
He
another
makes special
Petr
saves,
Cech. It would be
dude.
like signing another Petr Cech. Here, take
But-
an old goalie who we
Go-
don't want anymore.
That'll-
Going back
What,
to the
27
game,
now?
going back
No,
to the
Navas
game
in
real
his
quick.
30s.
By the numbers, Harry Kane, his 7th North London derby, his 7th goal in the North London derby.
Thanks, Al.
It's just stats, dude.
Thanks for those great
7
stats.
and 7?
Behind only Adebayor, who's
Adebayor.
leading.
Manual.
With
Underground
with
ball.
8.
Oh, my God.
Absolute
And,
stud.
He won't stay underground, though.
No.
He keeps rising up. Get back down there, dude.
Playing street footy.
Get back in your hole.
No, it was good to see Aubameyang struggle a little bit. I was nervous.
Was it?
He was, yes, it was. As a Man United fan, I was nervous because he was going to hit the ground running. All of a sudden, he's in
I think he will.
the race. Look, I think he will, but the problem is that he needs players around him to show up. Ozil took a nap that game.
Mkhitaryan took a
Was
nap.
mediocre. Mkhitaryan took
That's
a
why
nap.
Jose sold him, man, because in these big games he goes missing or he's cowish.
Yeah, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
He
like
put, he
against
put a couple
Newcastle.
balls into the stands that should have been
Yeah, he did.
across the 12.
Yeah, he did.
And that's what, dude, when we're chasing the game, yeah, but you work the ball all the way up the field, and then you get the cross in, it goes into the back row for a
Yeah.
throw-in or something, or
Yeah,
for a
that's
goal
rough.
kick.
That's
I
rough.
don't know. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. 2-forward system, please. Just play your best players.
Cool. A game that's kind of a waste of time, but we'll run through this one real quick. Man City 5, Leicester 1. Kun Aguero, third hat trick this season, guys.
Plus an extra
21.
goal for bonus.
21 in the EPL, scores 4 goals in this game. This dude's a beast.
There are 2 times in fantasy that will separate players in this league right now. When Harry Kane went off 2 games in a row, and Aguero going for 4 goals. And I wasn't on board for either one. So right now, I'm balling right now.
swing.
It's because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, right, bro. Where are you?
Where are you? Yeah, that's tough.
30-something?
I'm right
I can't
behind
even
you.
talk smack
Yeah.
to Hus.
No, you
Hus
got
is
it anyway.
So far
Because I
ahead.
still
anyway.
might be able to get into, because Wayno got 105 points this week, but I might be able to get in top 4 if Hazard gets me like 2 goals and assists.
World
But-
top 4.
I feel like Aguero is one of those guys who we take for granted. Like, we all respect them, right? It's
know-
kind of like that Michael Jordan, LeBron James factor where they've been great for so long
That we
we
nitpick.
we overlook them. We say, oh no, this guy, Alexis Sanchez, Eden Hazard.
Who was in this room
What?
that said he wasn't an EPL legend? I thought someone in this
Igor.
room... Was it Igor?
Igor said
Igor
he
doesn't like him.
wasn't a
Man.
legend. But it's weird because it's Igor's boy. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Igor is one of his favorite players. But again, because he's been great for so long, we kind of overlook him. Like, oh, it's Aguero. Like, yeah, not top 10. Maybe not. Maybe top 15. This guy, undoubtedly.
Among
What were you
one of the
more,
best
what were
players
you
in the
more
world.
impressed by? Aguero's shot that crossbar down?
Yep.
Or Kevin De Bruyne's pass to Aguero through 2 defenders?
Oh, Lord.
Like, that
Oh, my-
pass...
It's the past,
Oh
dude, because you see
my
shots. Yeah, you see shots
Lord.
like that happen once a week in different leagues
was
around
Tiger
the world.
vision.
That is...
That pass,
Tiger
I've
vision.
never seen a pass.
That
like
pass is why KDB will win Player of the Season, Player of the League at the end of the year.
Can we all agree now that KDB is the best midfielder in the world?
You got Harry Kane
He's
and
getting
Salah
there.
going neck and neck with goals. So don't tell me that one of them will win it because look, you see 2 people doing it.
Dude.
No one's doing what Kevin
The
De Bruyne's
reason,
doing.
the
He's the
reason
best midfielder in the
KDB,
world.
the reason KDB will win outside of being the best midfielder in the world, he's on the championship team. But if you're looking at strictly the MVP, dude, it has to be Salah. The dude's put in 20.
Yeah.
Liverpool
Individual
would be in
effort.
7th place. KDB better
What
player.
about Harry Kane?
100%.
What about Harry
But the
Kane?
importance, Harry Kane, sure, but he has
They're
help.
equal.
No, but
No, you
Son-
put David Silva in that midfield by himself, you're gonna get the same results. Just
You're gonna
maybe
get
less
similar.
points.
No,
a couple more
not the
draws.
same. Not the same.
City's
I
not
hear
in
you.
first
I'm with
place.
you.
Dude, you-
City's not in first
Yes,
place.
they would be.
I don't think
Dude, they
so.
would be, but
They'd
like
in
6
first
points.
place, but the
It
gap
wouldn't
would
be-
be
yeah,
shorter.
But that's
Exactly.
my point.
That's
That's
what
my
I mean.
point.
But the gap would be
KDB
shorter.
has a lot of help, and that's not taken away. He's still the best in the world, guys. So don't get confused with my point. My point is, if you pull out KDB for the rest of the season, let's say the whole season this season, Man City's still in a title race. Who knows if they're first? Maybe they're first by 6 points instead of the 12 they have now.
completely get your
But you
point.
pull out Salah, Liverpool all of a sudden is battling Burnley for
And
7.
I see what you're doing, but also recognize what you're doing is you're punishing a player because
I'm not
because
punishing.
the depth of his squad is less, right? So because Liverpool has less talent than Manchester City and Salah has essentially elevated them because of that, right? Versus a Man City, I'm looking at overall of a player. Who's the best player? Kevin De Bruyne's a 92.
We're talking MVP.
A 91.
We're talking
MVP.
Yeah, we're not
That's
talking
who's the most
overall,
valuable player, not who's the best. Like I said,
All right,
KDB is the best midfielder in the world.
That changes.
Of course he's better.
That changes.
I'm
that
just
changes
saying
the argument
most
then.
valuable player to your team.
Harry
I'm
Kane.
just saying
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane has
All right.
helped as
Because
well.
if you
But
take Harry Kane out of Tottenham, I think they crumble.
Well, what's
Maybe.
Salah?
But at the
We
same
can say
time,
the same.
we
Look
saw
at this,
Mane-
23 goals.
But we saw Mane doing work last year. So if Mane has
he
a
didn't.
season,
That's why they brought in Salah.
it's
Mane
potential.
struggled last season.
I'll put it
sucked
this
since,
way.
He's struggling this
the
year,
African
too.
Cup of Nations. He's been off.
The way I see it
or
is
mediocre, not off.
that goal that Salah had against Tottenham, that last minute goal,
Champions League.
like
Yeah,
you're
but
like everyone's
that was a
no,
Messi
no,
goal.
no, no, no.
Okay,
But
go
the thing is, when you see that, you're like, how did he do that? We see that almost every other week from De Bruyne with a pass. Like, how did he do
With
that?
a pass, sure, absolutely.
But the thing is, that's why you can't really take that away from him, that it's a pass, not a shot, because that's his skill set.
No,
we're
it is,
not
but
taking that
most
away,
of the time,
dude.
the guys who win the Player of the Year are the guys who score.
And that-
Unfortunately,
I-
for whatever it is, I would still take De Bruyne over Salah. So this is not like me shitting on De Bruyne.
When you say most valuable player, it's that you
When
have
you-
to think
yeah.
about it. If you
If a
took
guy
him out
is
of
injured,
the team,
if his
how would
ACL
the
is
team
torn,
do without him?
exactly.
Here's the difference between De Bruyne and
Salah.
KDB, Salah, is that Kevin will get a ball, he'll make a great pass, maybe it'll lead to a goal, maybe it won't. Salah will get a ball and dribble and make a goal.
dribbling.
He will
Messi-esque
create it
dribbling.
out of nothing. He's done that at least on 5 or more
Look,
occasions.
he's up there, man. I think it's that 1, 2,
No, yeah,
3
we're-
punch.
we're-
Harry Kane,
we're
Kevin De
pulling-
Bruyne,
yeah.
Mohamed Salah. Now we're splitting hairs.
Yeah, we're
Put
splitting
it
hairs.
this way: if you're starting a team right now, Kevin De Bruyne or Neymar?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Where did
Neymar?
come from? Where did Neymar come
No,
from?
dude,
How did KDB
We're
get
talking
in?
Man City.
Because right
We're
now
talking Man City right now.
EPL?
Neymar's top
Pick
3.
from one of those 3.
I don't
Neymar's
know,
literally
K-
Messi,
KDB.
Ronaldo, Messi, however you guys want to
Is
split
Ronaldo
it.
still there?
Yes. Right now,
Okay.
today, yes. Today, at the
I hate when
next
people do that,
season,
by
who
the way.
knows? Next season, who knows?
I hate when someone goes through a rough patch in form, and then all of a sudden they're not the best, like a world class.
That's
player.
what I'm saying. You can argue first to second.
I'm just trying to
Third
get
is
you guys to
Neymar.
bite.
Hands down, third is Neymar.
I've been hard, son.
Dude, Sterling gets himself a nice goal here. Redemption.
Really? Right now, you both looked into each other's eyes. Redemption.
We're both reading the same note. That's all.
You were in that Man City blue hat right over
Dude,
there.
yeah.
That's why he's so
Out of Man City
KDB,
blue,
dude.
dog. I see you.
Dude,
You should put a K on the back of it or something.
I might get embroidered. KDB.
dude, Vardy, this dude, very special, only player in the EPL history to score a goal against the top 6 in the same season. This guy's prolific. He's not the most skilled forward. I know
big-time
we shit
scorer.
on him. He's not pretty, but he scores goals, man. He
clutch.
just bangs
Big game
them in.
player. Big game player.
He is.
Couple errors this game. Otamendi
Oy.
making an error, but even worse, Kasper Schmeichel. What are you doing?
Right through his... Oh, not even the armpit one. The
Nah,
one where he gifts.
Just gifting him
Oh,
the
the
goal.
pass.
As if Aguero needs any more help. That little dink he got. That chip
Dink.
goal is what we're talking about.
And somehow Vardy finds a way to score. I had him on my bench. Crap. You know what? Hey, the Vardy train is taking off. You better jump on this guy. He has a good schedule for the rest of the year, fantasy-wise. You might want to look into him at 8.6,
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
pretty cheap.
And then also Mahrez coming into the game.
That was very good. Yeah. Go ahead.
Look, everyone knows that well, if you don't know, I mean,
Now
haven't
you
followed
know.
January. Mahrez looks like he's going to be a Man City player next year. They want to buy him for 60 million plus player, over like 50 million plus player, which was
Who do you
end up
think the
being,
player
was
is?
it,
John Stones.
he's on
that's so
Celtic.
harsh.
He's on Celtic. Was it
Patrick Roberts. Yeah.
Roberts. Yeah.
Patrick Roberts. Yeah.
That's what it was leaked
Oh,
out to be. I'm not.
That's a good.
Yeah,
That's a good swap.
That's rumors. And also, that was Leicester that was rumored to ask for him, and they said no anyways. And
Yeah,
priced him
because he's
out
a
at like
winger and
90
he's
million or
super
whatever, 95.
promising, man. Yeah, he's super promising, that Patrick Roberts kid. Who knows if he's going to pan out, but that's not bad. You lose Mahrez, you get some money and a potential prospect.
But again-
with Damari Gray on the other side, that's not
Mahrez,
bad.
He's being look,
Such a
he's
professional.
he's getting paid, so I can't. He has he signed the contract, so I can't get too
Yeah.
mad at the team that's saying, "Look, you signed the contract.
Yeah.
We decide not to sell you. You play."
Yeah.
But at the same
But
time,
don't promise him stuff.
but
then.
how many times have we seen players sit out for a month? This guy sits out for a week.
We saw,
Basically
and he basically was frustrated. Went in for a team meeting with whatever the backroom staff, the executives and all that. They gave him 10 days off to go cool off, which is brilliant by Leicester. Like, all
They're
right,
pure.
we know we fucked you, but here's 10 days. We'll pay you. We won't make a big deal. When you come back, let's just start over, finish the rest of the season, and we'll let you go this summer.
Came back in Friday for training, and I made a half hour on Sunday, or Saturday.
Yeah. And he looked promising, as always. He looked himself. Obviously, he came in late, so he didn't have a chance to do much, and the game was basically over. But, the few touches he had, he was making Man City very worrisome. So
he looked good still. Yeah. He did.
I like the Bernardo Silva start for this one. I think that we'll see that Pep is going to rotate this Man City team in the league. As soon as Champions League's approaching, we have Champions League going on. I'm sorry, I'm just stuttering over my words right now. Caught in two minds. But Champions League approaching as well. Zinchenko has been playing there as a necessity, but I think we'll see him play more, maybe even play at a central midfield position as the season wanes.
I was laughing at you talking about Pep resting players because they've opened up a 16-point gap so far. So they win the next 7 games. That's it. The title's theirs.
Yeah.
So you can rest players for the rest of the season.
Here's a question. Do you think, real quick before we wrap this one up, do you think once the season's mathematically done, he'll rest players, or do you think he's going to go for a record book kind of season?
I think he has this mathematically already calculated in his mind. He put it out there to the players. Look, let's get a huge lead, and let's save ourselves for Champions League. And if he's doing that, that's brilliant.
He's done that at Bayern though, and it can work against you because everyone's almost out of competitive.
Rhythm.
You're like if you're scrapping every week and playing to the best of your abilities because you have to.
Not the first year. The first year, I think you can get out of them because they still have that hunger of doing it.
More so than later years.
Yeah, I think he's a man who learns from his mistakes. So I think he'll look at that back on Bayern like, maybe I gave him too much time off, and I think he'll adjust like he always does.
Yeah,
cool, man.
It's everyone else's fault in the top 6 for letting it get this big.
Really, it's Man United's fault.
Liverpool beat them, so.
Yeah, we didn't expect anything from Arsenal, so
it's Man
United. No shock.
We didn't. We all knew we had a frozen defense,
place.
unlike you, who we did expect something from, and you lost.
You know what, Tiki? A big bully comes into the neighborhood. Who they look to solve it for them? They look to us because they know they can't.
Why can't you stop him?
But then they shit on our club, right?
You're Goliath, and then you get knocked out by David.
Because you spend the most money.
This is not David.
This is David. Newcastle is David.
Swansea was
sorry. I thought you meant Man City.
Both Manchester teams spend more than anybody else in
you're Goliath.
Except we don't buy $75 million defenders. Moving on.
It worked.
Newcastle,
It worked.
It didn't work. Clearly, it didn't work. This is your first clean sheet since he walked in.
What was that? No. Everton. Wasn't Everton? The FA Cup?
Playing.
Yes, he did. He scored the winner.
FA Cup? No.
Yeah,
no.
It
wasn't clean sheet. It wasn't clean sheet.
Doesn't matter. He still scored the goal. That's all good.
Yeah, that's what
he made the difference. That's what he bought to make the difference. He made the difference.
Newcastle 1, Man United 0. Awful game.
You could have used Van Dijk in this game to make the difference.
These boys came out absolutely flat, absolutely garbage time. Within the first 5 minutes, you could tell that this club was going to struggle today. What is going on with Jose and Pogba, man? We sit here, we discuss it. Pogba needs 2 guys behind him. You look at his success at Juventus, and you can say, he had Pirlo and what's his name? Vidal behind him, so world-class players, blah, blah, blah. But it's more of his responsibility, his defensive responsibility. And you can also say you pay $100 million for a guy, you expect him to defend. Cool, man, whatever. He's not playing well in that position. Is Mourinho going to pull an Oscar? If you guys don't know, at Chelsea, Oscar was the number 10 we always talk about, who he can convert into a number 8, but he became a mediocre number 8 when he could have been a special number 10. What's going to happen with Pogs?
If Pogba doesn't play up more up the field, I don't know what to say. But also, the big thing is when you can get into Pogba's mind, what he's going through, if none of these players know what he's going through, he is the guy in the world. There's only one player on Manchester United, he wasn't even on the bench, that can maybe relate to that. Zlatan. Mm-hmm. They're boys. This is the time that contract that you're paying Zlatan, he may not do anything on the field, but if he can get in the mind of Pogba and help him out, that's worth all the money in the world.
He's going to LA, man, to film movies,
I know,
play with the Galaxy.
But he's worth that whatever he has right now.
That's a good point.
If he can turn them around. But this is also another reason why you could have kept Rooney, because he could have helped out Pogba a little bit, but at the same time, Rooney wouldn't have played.
Nah, Rooney's an asshole. I feel like Rooney just would have been pull your socks up and get on with it.
I mean, he's definitely not that dude.
That's just hate right there.
He's definitely not that dude.
I think that, this game, Pogba was lying deep next to Matic in this game, playing that holding, the 2 holding midfielders. But he was eye up the field. He was in the final third most of the game. Every attack he was up there. We were a bit stretched, but Matic held it down the middle. So he was playing in an advanced role, and he still wasn't creating as much as he should have, I think. He really needs to, dude, in this game against Newcastle, he needs to dominate.
I think
he needs to dominate these games.
I think the reason he doesn't, dude, is because as soon as we lose possession, he's got to sprint 60 yards to get back and then work his lungs back up. And I don't know what kind of stamina he has, you know? Like, can he go? Is he really a box-to-box dude? I think we're finding out he's not, man.
I think we're finding out he's a number 10. I think that's what we're finding out.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a box-to-box dude.
Midfielder. Yeah. Maybe when he was younger, he played that central midfield.
He's still young.
He's still young, but I think as he ages, I think he's got that, like, all right, I don't want this to come off blasphemous, but he's got that Zidane swag.
Absolutely,
he's got that Zizou swag.
Who did he watch growing up? Who was winning World Cups and Euros for your own country?
Very technical, good with both feet. Great passer.
Not much pace, but like can
kind of sloppy, but always in control. It's just that
strong on the ball. Good first touch. You know what I mean? He's got that Zizou kind of swag. Put him at the number 10 role. See if he does better than Jesse Lingard, and then maybe throw him McTominay.
That's exactly it, man. I love Jesse Lingard, but I think he's a streaky player. When he scores a goal, you have to start him next game. He'll probably score. You know what I mean? But like, if he doesn't score in 2 games, you got to yank.
He's a player that comes in 75 minutes into the game. He's a clutch player.
Not always. He was doing well as a starter.
He can also start. That's what I'm saying. He's streaky. Like if he has one good game, you have to reward him by letting him play another. But he's had 2 mediocre games. Like Tom is saying. Put Pogba in Lingard's position, and then put Herrera or McTominay, especially against Newcastle, who's not, it's not Chelsea we're playing. Like,
this was the game to
play McTominay or Herrera.
This was the game to experiment with that.
Yeah,
and McTominay came in later on, which I loved, with Michael Carrick, who made his first appearance of the season. But yeah, let him play that number 10 role.
What does Jose love? Work rate. And as long as Lingard's running his balls off, he's going to manage to find a way onto the squad.
But let's not forget that Herrera's not even on the bench.
Oh, yeah, he was. I think he was sick.
Yes.
He was sick for this game.
Now, we brought this up when Jose went to United, saying that you have 3 years basically with him before everything blows up. Are we starting to see the beginning of the end?
No. I don't think it's the beginning of the end, but it's definitely a rough patch. Yeah. For sure, it's a rough patch.
This might be.
Especially with a $100 million player. In Pogba, like commercially, like I understand you want to back the manager, it's the manager's team, yada yada. But commercially, United cannot afford to lose Pogba.
Do you see this? Do you see him on the bench?
Pogba?
At the end of the game,
when
they showed a photo of him just like oh my god,
depressed. Yeah.
Look, I'm sure that's not even about Jose. I mean, I'm sure that he's really pissed off at himself. But at the same time, you need. He's still young. You can't forget that he's a young player, even though he's a world player. You need someone that can get in the again. Al's going to make fun of it, but get in the mind of a young player and just nurture the player
arm around him.
And if Pogba was Klopp right now, what would Klopp do?
Yeah,
he'd be like,
hugging him.
Do it. Yeah, you got it. Keep going.
That's not Jose.
Yeah, that's the hard thing.
But what about Alexis Sanchez, baby?
Alexis Sanchez, for me, gets an applaud, man.
Whoa.
He had that cowish miss where he hesitated. The ball was behind him, but you know what you get with this guy. He's never shy. He's never scared, man. He's
putting the team on his back in this game.
Look, he should have. He should have, man. But like,
he was
criticize.
Trying,
he looked good.
That's the thing.
He did everything.
He was trying.
That miss. That hezzy.
The hezzy, the ball was behind him. I don't think it was a hezzy
and fall. How many times have we seen a guy hook it?
He always does that shit too.
And then you score the goal. He took that extra touch.
I think it's the pressure of being at United, trying to make an impression.
He did well though. Forget that.
That's what I'm saying.
He got the ball. He pressured. How many times did he get the ball to Lukaku and he was either offsides or lost the ball?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Alexis Sanchez is
he did his job.
A problem. He did his job.
Young Rashford's on the bench.
He wasn't available this game either.
Put Rashford on instead of Lukaku.
He's injured.
Chill.
No,
that's
check
one
it
of
out.
them. Dude,
check it
that's
out. Why
the
not?
other thing, man. Why are these guys untouchable?
No, they're not untouchable.
Lukaku,
I just like Lukaku a lot.
I love Lukaku, but he goes through these dead periods that we criticized him for a few years ago, and you guys defended him. We're seeing a dead period. I'm not saying he sucks.
What I'm saying is all-speed
put him on the bench. He does. Put him on the bench.
Well, Lukaku could be on that squad, though.
And keep it moving, man.
He's fast. He's deceiving.
He's not quick, but he covers ground.
Look, what's the Newcastle goalie? Dubravka?
Yeah, new guy.
Oh,
he's on loan.
My. Save. This guy is the octopus. He got 8 arms out there. Boom. My God. And then, Anthony Martial missed in the first half. He had that double shot in the second half.
Brilliant by Dwight Gale. This is a game of missed opportunities. Obviously, Newcastle won. They came in with Rafa Benitez tactics, essentially park the bus and try to pip one, which is Jose's favorite tactic. And it looks like, how do you beat Jose and Man United? Use his own tactics against him.
You saw it at the end of the game with that little handshake at the end of the game. He's like,
because they don't. Man United, when I say they, you guys are not good at breaking teams down.
We don't, and I think
you don't have that creativity.
I think we need to look. We have the creativity individually. I think we need to look at what are they doing Monday through Friday in the training ground. Are they working on defensive shape? Or like Pep, are they working on how to break teams down?
You guys need to spy on Man City's training.
Absolutely. I think whatever it takes, man.
To break teams down. Because these guys, it doesn't matter who they play against, they typically score goals. Even if they draw or lose. Because
their focus is breakdown. Mm-hmm. Because they know, hey, we're good. Everyone's going to pack it in. So what are the tactics? Oh, Sané and Sterling stay wide. We stretch them. Silva, De Bruyne make those long diagonal switches, stretch the team. That's the kind of stuff we should be doing. And Pogba does it, but it's not from a system. It's not from a system standpoint. It's more from individual. Like this is what Pogba has in his locker, and he uses it once in a while. That's my point, man. Is that Jose? The teams we've lost against are garbage teams. Why? Because they just pack it in, and we can't break them down.
He's a counter-attack manager. Same thing happens with Liverpool. They're counter-attacking. So if the team's not coming after them, they can't get that space that they need to outrun them.
But shouldn't Jose focused on the training? No, it's Jose. It's Jose. English people say Jose.
No, Jose, Portuguese.
Yeah, Jose. My bad. Come on and say. Like, I'm not Mexican, I'm Portuguese.
Whatever. Either way. But, I mean, Dwight Gale. How about Chris Smalling today?
How about John Joe Shelby with that quality ball to set it up from midfield?
John Joe. My goodness. There was no one more important besides the keeper in the last 15 minutes than John Joe Shelby for Newcastle.
Not Dwight Gale?
Look, the
clearance off the line? Not Dwight Gale? Not Dwight Gale.
No, okay, sorry. Nah. I obviously want Newcastle to win. Anytime the ball fell to anybody besides John Joe, I was a little nervous. Because when John Joe got the ball, he made a clean pass. He was calm with the ball. Everyone else, they got the ball and they held on to the ball way too long. That allowed United players to get just about 2 yards closer, which then they were like, I can't pass to this angle anymore, and they got caught. Yeah. John Joe got the ball, boom, first time pass. First time pass. There was only one time that he really kicked the ball long, but besides that, how about he tackles McTominay. He's like grappling him on the ground. That was awesome.
Yeah,
then he makes that slide tackle against Sanchez in the right side.
Man of the match. He sounds like man of the match, dude.
John didn't go through his whole freaking
Matt Ritchie as well.
He made a pass in the 5th minute. He made a cross in the 12th minute. Shut up.
He played more in 15 minutes than Pogba played in the whole game.
Okay, cool. I think the most damning stat from this game.
Anyone disagreeing?
No, that's a fact. Pogba had a nightmare game.
The most damning stat from this game was that this is Newcastle's first home win since October.
Yeah. Good to be home, I guess.
I think they're
home sweet home.
I mean, Jose has never won in his career at St. James Park. Never beat Newcastle at their own stadium. And this goes back to his first season in England when they beat him in the FA Cup.
It's hilarious.
At St. James Park. But yeah, this is their first win in 10 games for Newcastle. Okay. And of course, it comes against United.
Not necessarily. Of course.
They had 2 losses, 8 draws, so they're not losing it, but they're not scoring. They're not beating anybody.
Well, don't forget that Newcastle get that early goal with Dwight Gale the first game. It's just that they crumbled defensively.
That was our only comeback win this season was against Newcastle.
But they stayed their ground today. So Newcastle, if they stayed their ground last time, maybe they could get a draw.
And look, Sanchez scores on an open net,
Yeah, and to be fair, Martial look at the chances. This was a game of United not taking the chances. Martial in that first breakaway.
Early goal, that's it.
But this could be a 2 goals. This could be a 2-0 game, 2-1 game because Dwight Gale getting taken out by Chris Smalling in the corner of the box.
That should have been a PK, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? So, what I'm saying is, basically, if Martial scores that first goal, the tactics of the tactics of Rafa Benitez go out the window because he has to come out, and that plays into Jose's hands. And it just didn't happen. Newcastle deserved the win. Why? Because they scored more goals than United. Absolutely. Yeah. But statistically...
And because Chris Smalling and Phil Jones suck.
Go for it.
Also, Valencia, is that a yellow card, red card for kicking Atsu in the face?
That's a straight up red. That's got to be a red. That's a red card.
That was a kung fu.
I think it was almost studs to the cheeks.
You know what? I'm okay with the yellow, though. I'm okay. I was going to say
that's a hard yellow.
I like physicality of the game.
Gave him a yellow,
I prefer the game to be more physical.
Look, and it's also...
At least you're consistent, bro.
But you also look at the face...
you also look at the player personality. I mean, like, he's not a dirty player. That was definitely a foul, but he's not the type to take people's heads off. So that's what got him a yellow. If John Joe Shelby does that, he's off. Because he has a reputation, unfortunately for him, but he's earned it. Man, what a rough game.
16
Absolutely
points.
rough game. Matt Ritchie's goal, Lingard. If you guys watch the highlights on this, just watch what Lingard's up to on Matt Ritchie's goal. If you're wondering, how is Matt Ritchie that open with a 5-yard radius around him at the top of the at the penalty spot?
That's why he's not going to see the next game.
But
also, why can't we win that first ball? Everyone backs off.
Agreed.
It was a free header in the box. Dude, that was sickening.
That
was gross.
And it came off a Chris Smalling dive at half.
Yeah.
Dived to avoid the challenge. Got right back up. He's like, fuck, I got right back up, ref. Still got booked. And that led to the goal, man. I almost threw my laptop across the room.
No, and we have City winning the league right now, leading the league, rather, by 16 points. Liverpool's only behind United by 2 points now.
Keyword behind. Okay,
no, for now.
On.
Yeah, let's get into Liverpool. Southampton 0, Liverpool 2, TCB game here.
This is a game where... no, because earlier you were saying, Aubameyang struggled, and I was really adamant at the fact that why didn't you buy him for the price that he was at? Because Aubameyang is, for that price, you have to buy that type of superstar. But at the same time, Aubameyang doesn't make passes, doesn't do the work rate that Firmino does. He's been the unsung hero. He's been the shadow of Salah all year.
And Coutinho as well, and Mane as well. Firmino has done a great job being a supporting player.
Last year, too.
Yeah.
The thing is...
The last 2 years, absolutely.
Yeah, so when you see off-the-ball movement, the way he flicks the ball one time to Salah...
Oh, my God. Generated the power, the accuracy.
I'll put it this way. How many times did you see Firmino lose the ball? When he has the ball at his foot, he almost never loses. I don't know the stat because I don't even know if there is a stat. It's probably 100% that he keeps the ball.
Well,
but when he shields the ball, there was actually one time that he lost it because he got stepped on.
There we go.
But at the same time, I feel so comfortable when someone passes him the ball because he either makes a good pass or he makes a run or passes the ball and just makes a better run and then
turns someone and takes them on.
I'm glad you feel comfortable, bro.
No. Hey, you know what? What was it? The commentator said something about since Southampton has got promoted back up to the Premier League, is 9 goals have been scored against Liverpool.
Is 9 going?
6 of those goals have been scored by players that are now Liverpool players.
Yeah, man, it's gross. This was Southampton A versus Southampton B.
Yeah.
Has Karius made that goalkeeping position his
Yes.
own? Is he the new?
Hold on.
For now.
Yeah, wait till it goes right through his hands and he gets scored on.
I've seen Mignolet play 20 games in a row and then let the ball go through his legs. For now, he has mistakes in him. We've seen Karius make mistakes.
We saw Man City near post, the ball broke his wrists and it went in.
Essentially, yeah.
He should have brought those. You know those roller skating wrist guards. He should have brought those on there. But when it comes down to that, is Mignolet going to play Champions League? Maybe Klopp's trying to think strategically. Mignolet doesn't play here; he plays in.
That would be nuts for their level. I know you can get away with that with certain players on a certain level. Like I said, Barcelona does it with Silusin and Ter Stegen. But for a team of these type of goalies, especially on a team like Liverpool, who tends to be a little leaky. No, bro, you got to stay with the guy who's performing. If it happens to be Karius, he has to stay for Champions League, for maybe FA Cup. You throw in whoever, but he has to play, man. You can't all of a sudden bring Mignolet.
Goalies, they don't lose fitness because
they do.
Yeah.
Not as fast.
They lose their touch. Anyway, he made a great save on James Ward-Prowse's header.
Yep.
Not really known for his heading, man. Great header. Karius read it well. Went back to his line, made the save. And there was a stretcher after the early goal from Firmino in the 6th minute. Southampton almost dominated Liverpool. There was maybe 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes tops, of them just all the pressure in there. Ran 3 or 4 chances right after another.
Yeah.
One of those goes in. Could have had a way back into it. It would have been that same leaky Liverpool defense, but somehow they hold on. Rest of the game they bossed, and they got the clean sheet away from home, which was impressive.
3 legitimate saves.
No, big boy saves.
Yeah.
They were big boy saves.
He's hot right now. He's the dude.
This was also a big game for Virgil van Dijk, playing against his old club, managing to keep the clean sheet at Southampton as well. I mean, he kind of rubbed it in. Hoot also making a mistake. So it's just kind of an error. It's an insult to injury for Southampton a little bit here.
Did you see him going up the left side in the second half?
Yeah.
He
gave him a little dangle.
Yeah, I saw that. He was trying to meg Cedric.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, if this goes through. If he's come on. How can you even do that to your buddy there?
Yeah, that was so rude.
That early goal sucked, man. Hoyt with the complete whiff.
No,
What
dude,
the hell are you doing?
that has to do with Liverpool.
You gonna defend it? Oh my God!
No,
Let's talk.
Madness.
Go ahead.
Liverpool's press. They right at the beginning of the game. They make people if they're on the heels, they make them pay for it right away. And then
How's that relate to
Sounds
whiff?
like
We're talking about the specific
You're on
goal.
your heels right now.
Yeah. He's backtracking. He's trying to
Go ahead.
fight
No,
back.
continue.
We're talking about the
I'm
talking about-
specific Hoot goal.
Let's let him finish.
No,
Go
because
ahead, finish.
again, it's just the speed of getting the ball, passing the ball right away. Gets the ball, Salah, pass it right across the box, boom, Firmino puts it in.
Not that one.
What
We're
happened
saying it
before?
shouldn't have got through to Salah in the first place. It shouldn't have.
How do you deny
and
him?
got megged.
Hey.
That had nothing to do with
Hey.
Liverpool
Hey.
press. It had to
What
do
does
with the quality
what
of the
does Salah
defender.
do after every goal?
See,
praise.
thank you, Allah.
Sometimes, there's an upper and there's someone on your side up there.
Up where?
All right, you know what? If you give that,
It could be
it has
God.
nothing to do with the Liverpool press. It could be Allah up there looking
Isn't it?
down on him. For
I wish
sure.
Stevens
That's a better
were there.
answer.
Yeah, that's a much better answer. Talking about the Liverpool press.
It's a hell of a moonwalk, son. It's a hell of a moonwalk.
Stevens was looking good in this game, though.
Oh, you guys
Getting
are sleeping on
forward,
this
having a
dude.
strike on goal.
Guys are sleeping on this
This
guy.
guy's a future. It's him or Alfie.
Alfie's a
Yeah,
man.
I like Alfie,
You
bro.
guys keep
What Alfie?
backing Alfie.
But Stevens like Virgil,
Either
is more
or.
of a ball player,
He's
man.
lanky.
Dude,
Yeah.
and he's strong.
He's lanky.
He's got the build. Mawson's like wily. Like he's sneaky.
crazy.
Like he's good too. Mawson's good.
Yeah, he's
But
solid.
Stevens has got ball
too.
skills.
Yeah, and
He's got
Stevens has that
footwork.
class about him too. Mawson's a bit more gets
What's
stuck
the Southampton versus Swansea?
Yeah, that's
You know,
true, man.
it's different
You know what?
schools.
That's true. That's absolutely true. But yes, Liverpool win that one. Like Huss said, 2 points behind United
Mane,
now. The
nothing.
race is on.
Yeah,
It's empty.
you know what though?
Mine didn't do dick.
There was that volley that he was going for. I forget
And who
who
blocked it. My boy Lamina, dude.
Dude, if he
Guy
doesn't
is
block
a
that,
problem.
that looked like it was on net.
Yes,
And that looks like that could have changed Mane's season right there.
Absolutely.
If he scores that,
He needs some confidence
He's
right now.
feeling those-
Because there was a time we ran in on goal too. Just took a little bit too long. Shot the ball, but it got blocked.
Oh,
yeah, the
yeah,
one where
yeah.
the C's parted.
it was
Just like a Red
the
Sea.
starts with an H. I don't know.
It's the same guy.
No,
on the
it was
block.
a midfielder dude. I thought the guy with the tap.
Højbjerg.
Yeah, Højbjerg. I can't say his name.
Højbjerg?
But the thing is,
Hi, Bird.
he dribbles to like the penalty marker. Why shoot at 12? Shoot at 18 right there. Boom.
No, he would have been fine. His issue was he did a wind-up shot. If he did a side foot, like pass it into the back of the net, it doesn't get
He just
blocked.
took
The
so long to
problem-
make the decision. He was like,
Yeah,
looking
that's
for a
what I'm
pass.
You know what
Looking
it
for a
was?
pass. Let me
That's-
get closer.
That's
one
it,
too
man.
many touches.
He's been caught being
Confidence.
selfish here and there.
Before
and
he'll just bang that out
Yeah.
from 30.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, like Huss was
Doesn't
saying.
matter.
I mean, look. He's gonna turn it around. I think everyone knows.
Turn around.
If you look at Sadio Mane, he has the skill. He has the ability.
better hope he turns it around.
He will. You know, I'm hoping. But look, by the end of
Stop
the year,
sighing on air.
well, how many games are left? 10. I could see Sadio Mane scoring 4 goals before the end of the season.
Damn, that's
not
that's
much.
not
That's
good.
not
awful.
much.
That's
but
not good enough.
But
Something,
at the same
but it's
time,
not much.
they might come in crucial points.
Yeah, okay. That could add a little weight to that. Yeah, like we said, Liverpool 2-0 against Southampton.
Hey, everybody.
Beep. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, there it is.
This episode of the Podcast FC show is brought to you by CLNS Media. CLNS Media is a leading digital media outlet and online provider of video and audio video content. CLNS Media is an online radio and digital media network which features a full 7-day-a-week broadcast schedule with numerous personalities and celebrities from across the world of current events, entertainment, technology, and sports. Based out of Boston, CLNS is an accredited member of the media. They feature live on-scene reporters and camera crews at various games and sporting events in the local area. I'm talking Boston Celtics, Red Sox, New England Patriots, your Super Bowl runner-ups,
Damn it, that was painful.
That hurt, man.
That was painful.
That hurt.
and also other shows like our very own Podcast FC show. CLNS Media combines a distinctive and eclectic variety of digital coverage with an emphasis on audio-video content. So, if you guys are out there, you want a new media outlet, get some news from sports. You guys are big sports fans. You love following all different, basketball, football. Check them out, CLNS Media. Go online, clnsmedia.com/Twitter, clnsmedia.com/Facebook, or open up your phone. If you got an iPhone or Android, go to the App Store, download it for free. That's CLNS Media.
Boom. Everton 3, Crystal Palace 1.
Let's touch these quickly.
Umar Nias.
Slept on.
Finally, some respect for this guy.
I had him earlier
Didn't
on
have-
in the season. And,
Slept on.
Didn't have a locker at the start of the season. Mad disrespect. And I'm not sitting here saying this guy's world class or anything.
He's
but
sloppy as hell.
He's very sloppy.
That header where he hit him like in the ear, like it was awful.
Yeah.
Did it go
awful? Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the thing. He's ugly to watch.
Exactly.
But if you're scoring,
He's effective.
that's all that matters.
Yeah.
He has some sneaky speed.
He does.
And strength too, man.
Oh, he's a
The dude-
beast. Yeah.
The dude's a beast, but his decisions struggle at times. But man, for what he is, you need that scrappy guy who's
Number
gonna keep
9.
trying. He's all over it, man. Gylfi opens the scoring 35 seconds into the second
That's
half.
what I'm talking about. Sigurdsson. That's
Yeah.
why I brought up last match week. This guy needs to play.
Deflected
Since,
shot, but if you don't
since-
shoot, you don't score.
Since 2012, no one in the Premier League has had more shots from outside of the box go in than Gylfi.
He's the man.
Sigurdsson with 17.
All the way from Iceland. The
17
guy's
from
the man.
outside the box. A lot
Yeah.
of free kicks in that run.
Can't wait to see him in the World Cup this year. Tom Davies gets himself a goal too, back into the squad.
First goal of the season.
Yeah, good for him to get a goal. Young pup, seemingly growing into a veteran before our very eyes. Change that ponytail, though.
Just wait till it gets longer, man. It'll be fine.
Dude, and of course Miljovic, the little fantasy sneaky pickup here,
Oh.
always with the PKs.
Hey, Al, where is he?
On my bench.
Oh, he's on your bench.
But he-
again.
he- but he's
Benched him
a-
against
picking him
Everton.
up.
He's had 2 goals in like the last 3 weeks.
It was him or Walcott. Who am I going to pick?
Nah,
Walcott.
guys,
Walcott
Walcott
was
at home.
buzzing this game. Walcott's looked lively.
Well-
he was the best player on the pitch according to all the stats. Gets 1 point in
Could have
fantasy
taken
somehow.
off a forward or taken off a defender.
Got
I had
that
Rooney
yellow
this
card.
one also. Rooney didn't do anything for
Did
him.
you play Rooney?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay, there's your mistake.
There it is.
He's not a good fantasy player.
Go with the
bro.
heart. Dude, he
He's
has
going
been.
with heart. Yeah.
Has he?
He's
I
got
haven't
a lot
looked
of
at him.
points.
I didn't look at him.
He's got decent points.
Man. I'm
PKs.
sorry.
Any penalty, any free kick, he's going to take. Corner kicks.
That's true.
He's involved a
Set
lot.
piece, dude. Ashley Williams, handball here. Is this a decline of Ashley Williams, man?
No,
Is it
you
over
get
for
to
this
talk
dude?
this penalty as a decline.
Well, no, I mean, like,
You've
this
seen
penalty.
him coming
Yeah,
down.
we've seen him sort of sliding.
Since Euro
since
Cup
this
and
move.
since Wales made the semifinals. I mean, it's all kind of...
First of all, he's 33.
He's regressed.
Okay, so
That's what I'm
there's a
saying,
natural
like-
decline in
Yeah, that's
anyone's
what I'm
game.
asking, like-
I think it's no sharper than anyone else's at this point in their
No, but-
careers. I still think he's performing. I tell you who's not performing. Fucking Mangala.
No,
What I'm
but
saying
that's
is
why
like an
went
awful
off. But
break.
that's,
No.
no, that's why Ashley Williams went on because Mangala got hurt.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you see Jags. Jags is what, like 37?
38, 39.
38. He's fit.
No,
I mean, so
like
like
37, I think.
his crash really started at like 35, 36.
But he still
We
plays.
started
He's still
seeing-
balling.
Wow, balling is a
Occasionally.
strong word. Almost- he's plays.
Dude, the fact that as old as he is, the fact that he can still cut it most games at this level is incredible.
So here's my question:
pat on
are
the
we
back
going to
for
see
that.
Ashley Williams at Everton at 37?
I
Or
hope
is
so.
the decline
Go back
much
to
sharper?
Swansea. Go back to Swansea.
That's what I'm
Go
saying.
home.
His decline is much sharper.
For sure. And he,
I
look,
still love
again,
him, though.
I think
fact that
him and
he's-
Michael
yeah.
Keane's a good pairing, though. I think because he's got the experience.
I'm of the
in
other mindset. I think you need an upgrade at that position.
Oh, no
Hey,
doubt,
how about
man.
hey, how about a
Stevens.
Mawson? Or how about a Stevens?
Marcelo Stevens,
Stevens
still
would
a
be
young guy. The
sick.
problem is, right
Stevens
next
would
to
be
him, you
sick.
got another young guy as well. So I don't know if it will work.
Look, I'm
Alfie's
thinking
a leader. He'll get it done.
Ashley Williams needs to go home.
Sam
You need
Allardyce
to get
likes
that
his-
voice back. You got to become not captain because you can't leave and
Sam
come captain
Allardyce
again.
likes his Ivan Campos, his Herreros. He likes these old veterans. You know, he's not going to go with the young back.
Dude, what a shout!
He's not going to go
I
with
would
a
put-
young pairing at the back.
Blassie.
He loves these old guys.
Velocity's on the bench, doesn't start. I don't know. I feel like this guy should just start every game. I don't know. I just love watching.
Bring
this
back
dude play.
Ledley King.
Quick touch.
No,
Yeah, I know.
Balassi will be fine, man. He hasn't played in a year and a half. They're bleeding him in, not rushing him. He'll get back to his ways. West Ham 2, Watford 0. Chicharito gets himself a 7th goal. Almost left in January. They decided to award him with more playing time, and he's the type of forward, man. He can be very frustrating to watch because he can go MIA for 4 or 5 games in a row.
Niasi-like.
Yes,
in
but he
terms
has
of aesthetically watching him play.
exactly. He's not bringing much to the game, but he has that nose for goal. And if you can give him chances on a steady level, like when Arnautovic is playing next to him and Lanzini when he comes back,
A lot of scraps falling
he
down
can
from
be
Arnautovic.
very
goals.
scrappy.
I was actually thinking of Watford today during the Newcastle United game because Kennedy, I didn't know I thought he was going to make a difference, but not as much of a difference as he has been doing. He almost seems like almost Newcastle's version of Richarlison. The way he plays the same position, gets the ball.
Dynamic.
He has that pass. He has that shot. He has something.
Oh, did you say
At least
Newcastle?
Yeah, because he's
Yeah,
talking about
okay,
Chelsea.
yeah,
Kennedy.
'cause he's on,
Okay.
yeah, Kennedy. He's on,
And he's
on right
going
there.
Watford with Charleston.
Okay.
So when it comes down to it, both of them have that one pass, that one shot that can change the game. Every game, it's always that little something. I mean, they might be inconsistent or out of form, but they always bring that little something to the table.
Flair.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'll tell you who changed this game. Mikel Antonio shitting all over Jan Matt.
Jan Matt
What up,
got
Al?
Jan Matt
Doormat.
got toasted.
This dude Antonio can play anywhere, bro. Man, playing left back.
Put him in goalie. Put him in goalie. He'll save the ball with his head.
Yeah, do a Danny Alves.
And he gets an assist with that left foot. I thought it was going to be a whole bunch of cut in. I
A
was
little
like,
Ashley Young cut it back to the right. He forces it. Yo, Ashley Young forces it.
This guy
Too
is
much.
indispensable to this West Ham team.
Yeah, dude.
He's been the one constant the last 2-3 years when everyone's been.
Always,
It's been
dude.
up. They're both been rocking. Him and Mark Noble. And Kouyaté.
Yeah,
Dude,
they played
Kouyaté's-
everywhere.
Kouyaté's Yaya Toure runs are my favorite thing in
Yeah.
football.
You know
dude.
Kouyaté's listed at 6'2".
No. He's like
Bullshit.
6'5".
Yeah, bro.
He's 6'5".
It's gotta be 6'6".
I know the man's all legs.
That's
I'll put it this
lying.
way. I can't high five him. But the thing is, Arnautovic, he comes back. This guy, I didn't know. Look, it was a game time decision. I didn't know he was going to come back. I think
Did you do your homework?
I did my homework. That's why I found out too late. But the thing is,
You were late to class.
I'm always late to class.
Dog ate my homework.
In real life, I was always late to class. Whatever. But Arnautovic, this guy, he is just still continuing for me. He's been out with the injury, but just the guy.
Dude,
he changed his hair.
Quote unquote, hurting his thumb or wrist, whatever that.
Dude, when he cried.
Oh
it was
my
like
God, that was
writhing,
pathetic.
Like they
that
cut
was
it
almost
off.
like the worst of the worst. Once they switched to Moyes, this guy he's flame. He's just
Dude,
boom.
He's flaming.
Yeah, he's like on fire right now.
my favorite.
flaming.
No, he's Nick Cage. What is that?
Flame on.
No, Nick
Oh,
Cage.
that's Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
There you go.
Dude, my favorite part of his goal, he scores a goal, runs up to the fans, gives a tap to the West Ham crest, and says, "I'm staying here. Either I'm staying here or this is my house."
Yeah.
One of those. I don't know. I couldn't read the lips, but he's either saying, "I'm staying" or "This is my
It's
house."
not
It was
He's
brilliant.
probably saying my house.
Yeah,
That's true.
probably.
But you know
He's all
though,
in, dude.
it's a
He
new
moved from
stadium.
Stoke.
It's stadium. New stadium. Nobody's house right now.
And-
So someone has to make it their house.
And he moved from shitty ass Stoke. You know, no offense, everyone who lives in
How
Stoke.
you gonna say
I
that?
don't know,
Nah,
dude.
look,
Soger shit this year.
my wife read an
Shit,
article.
but no offense.
Read an article about
The Potteries?
Jeff Cameron.
Just say offense.
No. Well, my wife read an
with
article
the US?
about not that one about Jeff Cameron living an hour from Stoke in Manchester because Stoke is such a piece of shit town. So now this dude Arnautovic is living in London, dude, like living the
Yes.
life, and he's that dude. So I think he's very happy at West Ham.
Oh, very, bro. And
And
when you're in
speaking
a
of-
rich vein of form like that, goals just come to your foot.
Yeah, they
like
do.
this, he didn't dribble anyone and anything like that.
He's in the zone.
Yeah, the ball just landed foot. Good first touch, and he finished it.
Clean
Well,
first
well,
time.
maybe
very
Jeff
clean.
Cameron should live in Stoke then. Help us play a little bit.
Yeah, this is the first time West Ham have gone
Shucks.
5 games unbeaten at London Stadium since they moved in.
Moyes is back.
David Moyes is
Very
has
happy
been
to see him
making his
back,
name.
dude.
He's
Very
been
happy
making
to
his
see him
name
back.
David,
I like the work he did at Everton, man.
Okay.
I loved him
think-
at Everton.
Dude, he was so blue collar. Every year, you know, they were finishing 6th to 10th, never outside of the 10th, and he did it for years on end. And I think that goes, you know, forgotten, kind of like Martin O'Neill's work at Aston Villa.
Because what happened at
Mark
Sunderland.
Hughes tried to do it at Stoke. He was there for like over 200 games. He got axed. He couldn't
Because he
couldn't
couldn't
keep
sustain,
it. Yeah.
man. It's such an ability to sustain.
With no
Obviously,
budget. Now he's got a budget, so
Exactly, man. West Ham has money to spend. They're a London club, so you can attract players and say, "Yo, come live in London."
London's a huge factor.
But this
Yeah, man.
this reminds me. David Moyes reminds me of something I don't know if I read it or listened to it.
Here we go.
Last couple of days. There's a difference between a trainer and a manager. David Moyes is managing. He's managing Arnautovic.
Yeah,
What
brilliant.
Bilic couldn't do. He put in Adrian. He's moving these players
Joey
where they
Hart.
want to
Yeah, I was
play.
going to say Joey Hart. Adrian's starting again
But-
this game.
but-
Joey Hart is not going
But
to
it's
see
one
on
of
the
these things
field.
like
He's done.
summer.
Exactly.
Also,
he's not training. He's managing.
I'm
he's
sure he's
putting in the right
trains as
places,
well, doesn't
telling
he?
him what to do.
Nah, he's not.
he's not doing that anymore.
No,
he's not
They don't
controlling the whole
train.
team.
They have from game day to game day. That's it. Nothing in between.
No, that's David Moyes. style.
That's the style.
Let's touch this.
Also, man, Patrice Evra on the bench for this one. Just signed up for West Ham.
Can't wait to see.
Yo,
this
did you
guy.
see those photos?
Happy Monday,
You see him
dude.
before the game walking around. He's all in that that 3-piece suit. Dude, that guy got style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, that guy's
Oh
a
man, I want to go shopping for
That's
that.
his man
dude.
crush.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, easy. Oh, oh.
I want to hang out with Evra and Danny Alves. Those two. That'd be a crazy
Yeah,
day.
I feel like Danny Alves would get you mugged. You know what I mean, that dude's hardcore as shit.
That's like
He's a
Hangover.
good
That's
time,
like
though.
Hangover
He-
Part 4.
If you're gonna
like
if
he'd
you're
be
gonna
like
party
the-
with anybody, it's got to be Ronaldinho.
Oh,
Come on, maybe Adriano in the mix. Let's go.
I almost did.
Yeah,
I think
almost
I've
did.
told you this story where I went to Vegas
And then you woke up.
And no. I went to Vegas. I was with some guys, and
Whoa!
Is us flaming?
Inappropriate.
What's going on, dude? I'm with some of my boys. Relax.
All right.
Some of my boys. One of them buys the table, whatever. And the waitress was like, "Oh, too bad you weren't here last night." I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Some soccer star was here last night." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, Ronaldinho." It's like, "Yeah, Brazilian." I was like, "Holy shit, he was right here." It's like, "Yeah, you missed him by one night."
And then
I was like, "Are you kidding me, dude? Come on."
You licked the seat he was sitting in.
No, I took my pants down a little bit though.
Get some of that Coutinho magic.
Wipe it a little.
Dude, Stoke won, Brighton won, the other Bash Bro Shaqiri bailing out
Get
Stoke
these guys back
week
together.
after week.
He's about that life.
Go to
Send
West
him
Ham.
to West Ham.
Go
Send
to
him
West
London,
Ham,
dude.
baby. Come on.
perfect
Him,
club for
Lanzini.
Shaqiri.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
perfect
They would
club.
absolutely do work. Charlie Adam misses a PK and then decides to walk the rebound in.
Yeah, he's trying to be
Oh
cute.
my God.
He's trying to be cute. He's trying to place it, top left.
He's got no right foot. So he was like, shit, I gotta focus on this. Dude, he had to open up his body. He's counting his steps.
Bro, it was so casual. Man scores from half. Man scores from behind half, and he wants to hit it with the inside of his foot. But
Yeah.
your laces through it, man.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely
awful, man.
shady.
After Hussey won the penalty, softest penalty in the world, he got hands on him, fell down, and then he wanted to take it. Everyone's pushing him around. He Shawcross holding him back. No, this guy takes it, missed it, and the last 3 penalties they've missed for Stoke.
That's crazy.
The last one was Shaqiri. Before that was Arnautovic.
Dropping
So that's how
points.
far back it goes. But they cannot score a penalty, man.
Dude, Escuerdo, or however you
Escuerdo.
say it, this guy's promising
Yeah.
for Brighton. He's exactly where he should be. Not getting carried away. He needs another season like this. Maybe bump himself up to
Speed.
a mid-table team. But he's got speed, creativity.
91,
He's very
I think,
direct.
FIFA.
Absolutely impressed with this guy. Matty Ryan with that big save on that last PK. Swansea 1, Burnley 0. God damn it, Burnley.
Swans, man.
Swans
I gotta
coming,
say about
baby.
the
Taking out,
Swans, bro.
right?
This coach.
Swans are flying
Has
next to the
fly.
Eagles. They're flying out of relegation.
You
That
gotta
they
bring
are.
up Oj.
Old shit?
Oh, I think in Philadelphia Eagles. That's what I was thinking.
Carlos Carvajal.
I had a draw for this one. I bet
This-
me. Oh, missed
Yeah,
those
I had
points.
Ben Mee and Pope, dude. 2 clean sheets.
Alfie Mawson.
back.
Alfie Mawson, baby.
This
I
guy is a
had
real
him.
dude. Did
I
he
had
score?
Mawson and Ben Mee.
But
Did he score?
hey, who do we have for defender to buy?
Best
this
player.
week? Alfie Mawson.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alfie
he was
Mawson's
voted
the
the
guy,
best
man.
player
Stuff,
on best player
It's us.
on newscore.com.
Yeah, because he's a baller and he's a captain and he's a leader.
No, look, Alfie's a baller, man. There's no denying. I just prefer Jack Stevens, but I want to make it clear I don't think Alfie's garbage.
I don't think
I
Jack
just
is
prefer-
garbage either,
yeah.
but this is a PFC battle that will
Absolutely.
stand the
Or
test
rage
of
Speaking
time.
of
They're about
rage
to enter.
on.
They're about to enter the draft for top 6 teams in the next 2 years.
If you
Go ahead.
no, I'm changing subject. Go ahead.
Go for it. No, change it.
No, you go. No, you go.
No,
wait a
you
minute.
go. Well,
I'll
if you
go.
have Burnley defenders, man, Burnley players seldom. They haven't. They're
it's a
winless in
nightmare.
10.
It's a
Haven't
nightmare.
won a game in 10.
Jeez.
Swansea, on the other hand, undefeated in the last 6.
Dude, and they
all
went
comps.
through. And they went through. What
FA
was it?
Cup.
Arsenal, Liverpool. Yeah, Arsenal and Liverpool. They beat them both back-to-back weeks. So this is a strong undefeated
1-0
run for
win
Swansea.
at home at Liverpool Stadium.
Carlos Carvajal. That is the manager of Swansea. I don't
He's doing
know
work.
what he's doing, but whatever he's
What's
doing.
in that water?
Super bounce.
Keep doing
He's
it.
got the super manager
For
bounce. Huddersfield, to wrap it up, Premier League Matchday 27 review. Huddersfield 4, Bournemouth 1. Did not see this coming, but this is a story of Bournemouth, man. Up and down, up and down. It looks like they're an
Beat
up and
Chelsea.
down team now.
Beat Chelsea.
I thought it was going to
Beat-
be 3-1 Bournemouth. I did. Because we talked about Fantasy Talk. Bournemouth is flying right now. True, I mean, Frazier and Stanislas were involved with the goal, so we were sort of correct with the fantasy. But at the same time, they just came off beating Chelsea. How? And now you get this with Huddersfield and out of form Huddersfield.
You can never
Huddersfield
really
had lost-
discount Huddersfield. Though. It's
Huddersfield
weird.
had lost
You
6
guys
in a
give me
row,
shit
though.
all the time because I said
Like,
that.
they were in a rough
They were
run
due.
of,
I know.
form.
They're one
Yeah,
of those
that's
weird
another way to
teams.
look
They're
at
one
it.
of those weird teams, man.
Then they bang
They'll
four.
do this.
They
yeah.
play football. That's
Yeah.
that's what happens when you play football. Absolutely. Alex Pritchard, very happy for this kid, Tottenham kid, absolutely doing work. Opened up the scoring. Good for him. Just want to give him a shout out, Pritchard.
Oh, ex-Spurs?
Yeah.
All right. Hope your mom gets chlamydia.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
Whoa, buddy.
Too much?
Yeah.
Tiny
Alright.
bit.
Yeah.
Tiny bit.
All right.
I mean, you could say maybe
I'll-
like a cough, like
no.
maybe a cold.
Yeah, I hope she gets
Maybe-
yeah, right. I hope
Well,
she
maybe
gets
like a sniffle.
strep throat.
I mean, it can
Not even
clear up.
strep
You won't
throat.
have it forever.
But
She'll
it's-
just go through a bad 2 weeks.
I hope you
Oh,
cry
yeasty.
next time you cut an onion, but not like.
Nah, I stand by it.
Dude, and as we record this, obviously the Monday game hasn't happened before Jets out of here. Chelsea
Come on,
versus
Hazard.
West Brom. What do you guys think here? We don't need a score, but like,
Hazard, 3 goals.
you think this is Chelsea?
I got him
bouncing?
captain in
West
fantasy.
Brom are
Or is
like
the slide continuing?
West Brom are about 6 points off safety. I mean, time's getting short. Everyone else ahead of them is winning. They need to win badly. So I see them going all out in this game. They still got blown out 3-2.
Chelsea need to win badly, too,
But
because
Chelsea
they're in
need
5th
to win.
place.
Chelsea need to win to save.
They're out of top 4.
Draw. Chelsea, West Brom, draw.
Dude, I'm smelling a draw because Conte's like, dude, you look at Conte last season and this season, he was the yeller, telling everyone where to go. This season, just arms folded, looking at the team. Frustration, man. Frustration. I don't blame him, dude. Abramovich, terrible.
3-0
owner.
Chelsea. I'm not sure there's going to be Hazard, but I hope all 3 are from Hazard because I have him captain fantasy. But Chelsea going to win.
Dude, I'm smelling a 1-1 here. 1-1.
Chelsea win 2-0.
Cool. All right. And other matchups around the world, real quick before we wrap up. Real Madrid 5-2 Real Sociedad, back to winning ways. CR7 hits a hat trick here, first time since 2016.
Happy for the guy, man. Glad to see him bounce back like this. Not that he needs any extra confidence, but doesn't hurt to score a hat trick.
Absolutely, man. And Toni Kroos gets himself a goal. Lucas Vazquez scores in the first minute. They were off to a flying start in this one. Barcelona, a team with plenty of room to give, held 0-0 at Getafe. The lead at the top reduced to 7 points over Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, man. I mean, Barca, you expect them to win this game. You definitely expect them to win this game. They're still my favorites for Champions
Cracks
League.
are forming, though.
Yeah.
In La Liga, I think Cracks, I mean, there's a couple draws. They haven't really lost yet, but they're getting pushed. I mean, I think they run out a little bit of steam. Champions League coming up could be one final nails.
That could be it, too. Maybe they had one eye on the Champions League for this one. Kind of took their eye off the league, and they can afford to, man. 7 points. Look, Atletico Madrid is no one to sleep on, but
They could easily lose, a few games themselves. So
Exactly.
Still tight. Good to know it's actually a league over there instead of England.
yeah, massive Serie A derby this weekend as well. Napoli 4, Lazio 1. Dries Mertens gets himself a goal late in the game.
Guy's nice, man. It's weird. He's a small, tiny center forward, but he plays that position very well, as well as Zielinski. Is that his name? Zielinski, I believe. Guy's a ball, I believe, got himself a goal and assist. This guy, man, sneaky player to watch out for, Polish national player.
Yeah, man, and Stephen Fry doing work. Stephen DeFry, sorry, doing work. Skip the duh. He's a guy who I think next season we'll see him elsewhere. Bigger club, bigger league.
Yeah?
I think either La Liga or EPL. He's been linked with.
Yeah.
He's
good
been
center
linked.
back.
He's
Good
been linked
center
with Man City, although Man City got Laporte recently, so I don't know if Stefan's going to go there, but this guy's a baller, man. Absolutely.
I don't
doing
even know
work.
if that's how you say his name. I just went for it.
Stefan De Vrij. I think it's De Vrij.
Is it Fry with a V?
I think it's De Vries.
No, it's
Is V's and F in Dutch?
Yeah, V's and F in Dutch.
De Vrij?
Like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like
Oh.
Virgil van Dijk. If you go to Holland, it's Van Dijk, not Van Dijk.
All right.
I'll
Or
take
Van,
your
it's
word for
actually probably like Van Dijk.
Van Dijk?
Something like that.
Van Dijk.
I can't believe Napoli, man.
Van Dijk.
Fun dick.
Oh, Virgin Van Dijk.
I mean, Napoli first place, looking to get that title back in their hands from Juventus. Lazio sitting in fourth right now. But, I mean, Napoli doing work. I mean, they got to win every game. They only got 1 point over Juve, who ended up beating Fiorentina 2-0. Bernardeschi. I can't say this guy's name.
Bernardeschi.
Tedeschi's.
Bernard Tedeschi's.
Bernardeschi scores, and Higuain also gets a goal. So they stay in second.
Love that this dude's still doing work, man.
Higuain?
Higuain, yeah.
Despite all the pies
Dude, I
he's
liked
been
him
eating.
over Benz. They should have kept Higuain over Benz. For
But
me.
who understands
Slow,
Cristiano
so
better? Who's more selfless?
Yeah, that's
Who's-
a good
who's gonna
point.
play
Look,
better?
Higuain is like Aguero, very
He's
selfish
selfish,
forward.
yeah, he's a straight
He's
up
not a
banana.
team player, but he's
Benzema got beat up as a kid or something. Like he's so humble. He was like,
he was
like who wants the ball? I'll give
he
you
wants
the ball.
approval.
You know?
dish
Yeah,
it
he wants
away.
approval. He wants to make everyone happy. He'll pass the ball if someone's open.
Yeah, no, look, both the studs. I just preferred Higuain because he had that Suarez type.
He's
like,
fat.
Knife mentality.
He is fat.
He's so
super
fat,
but he's
I
mad
don't
strong.
get it.
10
He's
minutes
mad
after he
strong.
retires, he's going to be
Huge.
huge, dude.
He's gonna be huge.
Absolutely.
And then my boy, Batman. Batman doing the damn thing.
Where?
Michy Batshuayi.
Gets another goal.
I know it ain't in there,
Okay.
but it's in
All right.
here.
All right.
BVB Dortmund versus Hamburg. Michy Batshuayi getting another goal, son.
Robin.
Go
doing
on,
work.
lad. Batman doing the damn thing. Chelsea, You might need him for this West Brom game.
We'll see what happens,
you
man.
might need him. You could have used him last week.
Chelsea don't.
If Chelsea can't score,
don't cock block this guy.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, don't recall him. Batshuayi found joy. Stay at Dortmund. I hope he signs permanently.
Forever.
Not even forever, but like for the next
Dutch,
2
right?
seasons. No,
I mean Belgian.
Yeah, Belgian.
Yeah.
Stay at Dortmund, dude. Maybe 2-3 seasons, like Aubameyang did, and then maybe jump back into the EPL. Stay away from Chelsea. Maybe at that time he'll be ready to go to, wherever.
Pulisic as well, getting himself an assist in this game. Andre Schürrle was absolutely lights out this game. Getting himself an assist. So
beautiful, man. And Bayern Munich, the top dogs of Germany, beat Schalke 2-1. Lewandowski and Müller with the goals.
Who?
Müller.
This guy's back on form,
dude. He's back.
You know what it is?
It's gonna be a World Cup year, baby.
You know what it is?
Let's go.
Müller can only play for Germans. That's what it comes down to.
It might be.
I think he could play. Dude, he could play EPL. I think when United,
if the manager's German,
very physical, very straightforward. I think he'd do work for Jose.
I don't think so, man. He's
a little more slow.
He's a slow player, technical. What helps him is his movement in the box. That's how he gets his goals.
Dude, cross the ball to him, he'll score. Put it in the air, anywhere near him, he'll get it down, get it in.
Dude, when I saw him playing under Pep, he was just a nobody. He was anonymous, absolutely anonymous.
Because again, Muller's one of those guys aesthetically. When you watch him, he's not pretty to watch. He
doesn't
have that flair.
No, but even playing quickly, he's not that dude. He needs the ball, receive it,
mentally. He's quick.
Yes,
but what it is
physically, he's not.
Yeah, he's not a Pep player.
And I don't mean quick like speed.
No.
Not quick like speed,
Decisions.
but quick speed of thinking. Yeah, he's very slow, methodical.
I disagree.
No, I'm saying his play is. That's why he didn't under Pep. He suffered, bro, because Pep was like 1 touch, 2 touch, like we're playing on a skating rink. But he's still world class. This guy in a World Cup year, still world class. He's gonna do work.
That's good.
Bayern Munich lead Red Bulls 18 points. It's even worse than Man City.
Yeah,
it just proves the gulf.
It's gross
in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, it's not a very competitive league, but the brilliant thing about Germany is that most of the players who play in that league are
Germans.
Germans.
Play for the international team, too.
Absolutely.
So and they can win a World Cup.
You do well in Bundesliga, you don't earn a contract to Real Madrid, to Man United, yada, yada. You earn it to Bayern Munich. That's what it comes down to. And Goretzka plays for Schalke, signed by Bayern Munich, so he'll be making his way over.
Just quick Liverpool news while we transition into other news. I know Naby Keita had been called out, I believe, by the manager of RB Leipzig.
He's having a mare season.
Someone like that, yeah, Ralph Hassan Hutel. And but he managed to score this past weekend against Augsburg, so I think that was a good response.
Yeah,
and he's showing his quality.
Yeah, well, look, it's tough, man. It's tough for a player to know. Like, I don't know why Liverpool did it, or even like made it public. You know that they signed Keita, knowing they weren't going to have him for a year. It was basically a sign. You sign him and then loan him back to the club. It's hard for a player to mentally focus on that club because you know, like, no matter how you do, good or bad, you're out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's not to say he's unprofessional or anything. I just think he's human. Yeah. You know, your eyes are already thinking on your next move. So
for sure, and you don't want to jeopardize. Do you think injury to?
Yeah, you don't want to go into those 50-50s, destroy the deals.
Speaking of signings, Man City signed a deal in principle for Shakhtar Donetsk midfielder Fred
they got him,
for £44.5 million. So he'll arrive in the summertime, but deal's already done. Hands are shaking. Contracts are signed.
Dude, this is
another midfielder. I mean, you got Gundogan, now you're going to have Fred.
Look, this is a quiet Fernandinho replacement. I know Fred brings
Fernandinho's
offensively
having a career season this year, too.
But he's 32 or 33. So I think they're phasing him out. They're not saying Fernandinho sucks, but I think it's a plan to phase out.
He's only 21.
This is what big clubs should do. You 100%. See a guy's 32, 33, he's having a season, but you know that there's a future, right? And he's not going to be able to
and Fred's not going to come in and expect to start every game on Man City, so you'll bleed him in nice and easy, and by the time Fernandinho either leaves or retires, Fred will be ready because he's been there a season or 2 or 3 or however long it takes.
Another Shakhtar Donetsk guy going to Man City. It's ridiculous. That's where I got Fernandinho from.
Yeah. Got all these Brazilians.
Got another nugget here. Jack Butland reportedly being linked with Liverpool and Arsenal. We spoke about these two clubs' goalie troubles earlier in the episode. What do you guys think of Jack Butland potentially number one for Arsenal or Liverpool?
Arsenal, I'm fine with. I still think you need a name. I think Arsenal is in desperate need of name signings. Like you said, Oblak, like big names, maybe even Leno in Bundesliga. Butland is good. Good player. I don't know if he can go to Liverpool because he doesn't have the feet that they need, the passing.
Arsenal, that's what I'm saying.
But Arsenal doesn't expect their goalies to have feet. Petr Cech has no feet. No feet.
Okay,
so
I wouldn't
say
no feet. He's not Ben Foster.
So it's different.
Right?
So Arsenal, I think, needs a name, reputation. Like you said, a guy who started for a team, who's a bit of a hero on that team. Like you said, you don't want Cillessen, but you'll take Oblak or Leno as well. Yeah. Guys who are proven. Doesn't matter about the feet. Whether they have feet or not is a bonus.
Yeah, give me a starter.
Liverpool needs feet. Butland, I think, save-wise, good for Liverpool. But I don't think he's that much different from Mignolet and Karius.
I agree. I think it's a lateral move.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah, definitely.
Could be more reliable, though. Could be more sturdy than the both of them as far as just making saves.
Yeah.
Liverpool need to look they need to look to a guy who makes saves before they can look to a guy who need saves and feet.
You know where he could go?
He could
go to a Burnley, assuming Burnley stays in the top 10. Kind of like, what's his name at Sunderland? Pickford moved over to Everton. That was a perfect move. Now Pickford is poised to make that move for the top 6 club, and he's playing at a club that's reputable.
He's poised to be an England international.
He will be.
He's poised to be the number one.
Yeah, Hart's not playing, so he will be. If he has a good World Cup, all of a sudden you're going to see ears perk up. You could see Arsenal all of a sudden come in for him.
World Cup, there's going to be so many transfers due to people performing in the World Cup.
It's going to be absolutely amazing.
It's just Jordan Pickford's height, man. He's only 6'1", and it makes it so much more difficult for a goalie.
And it makes him so much more special at 6'1", making some of the saves he made. At Sunderland, that season Sunderland got relegated, dude. If you watch Jordan Pickford that year, they should have got relegated in September. Yeah, Pickford was so good.
Mm-hmm. It says, TalkSport's saying that Jose Mourinho wants to sign him, Jordan Pickford, if De Gea does leave. Although De Gea is not for sale. But honestly, that's a tough replacement. We need a Donnarumma.
You know how much pressure that is on him?
Yeah, man. You need
it's way too much pressure.
And you need someone with feet. Not necessarily because Man United plays out the back with feet, but
that's Pickford's biggest knock.
At that club, at that level, you need to have some kind of feet. And I think that's De Gea's bonus asset. We didn't buy him because of his feet, but that's such a bonus, having a guy who can ping a ball 60 yards onto your chest. That's brilliant, man. Mm-hmm. All right, that wraps it up. Unless we got anything else, fellas.
That's about it, boys.
Cool, man. Thank you for listening, guys. This was PFC EPL Matchday 27 review. We'll be back either midweek with a little fantasy talk. We also got Champions League this week.
These are the champions.
Champos is back. Very exciting stuff. Unfortunately, we got the biggest matchup that I would like to see maybe in a semifinal or quarterfinal.
Do it live.
We got PSG, Real Madrid, which is Neymar basically playing for a gig. Essentially, he doesn't need the Real Madrid gig, but that's his next move.
CR7 right here.
That's what it comes down to, man. Mm-hmm. Just jumping the gun a little bit. Who you got in that game? Over 2 legs. Who's going through, bro? Because at the end of the day, someone's gonna go home with their head down.
Bro, you put me on the spot.
Let's do it.
Real quick. You have to say Madrid.
You don't have to say shit.
You do. You go with pedigree. You go with pedigree. I'm going to go with Madrid just because their midfield surpasses PSG's midfield. This has nothing to do with the attack or defense.
Yeah.
The midfield, I think, will help them win over the course of 2 legs.
CR7. This is his competition, man. No one has dominated like him in the history, especially most recent history. I see Madrid triumphing in this, and if they don't, if PSG do win, then I think they're gonna win the whole thing.
Then later,
if they can beat Madrid comfortably, I want them to win the whole Champions League.
Zidane gets fired if Madrid don't move on.
Then that's also
that's what they're waiting for. Yeah. That's what they're waiting for. I
hope it doesn't happen for that reason.
Me too, man.
Dude, I'm gonna go PSG.
Bastard. Hey,
I'm gonna
hot
go
take.
PSG.
Hot take. Why?
With Kimpembe. Look, the defense, I think,
that's
is
going to be the
on.
X factor. Obviously, Neymar.
Neymar, Cavani.
Hey, Cavani giving him some love. Okay.
Stay giving him love. I just won't give him the C word.
You ice cold.
No, you won't give him the C word.
On Cavani.
Won't give him the C word. I stay giving that dude love. No C
so
word.
many juicy matchups, though. I mean, you still got Chelsea, Barcelona, and Juve, Spurs.
Dude, look at all these matchups. We're going to have Chelsea or Barcelona knocked out. Probably Barcelona.
Dude, it had to be. You still got Bayern, you got Porto, you got Man City. Some of these big boys got to line up.
Yeah, but look at the other matchups. We got some weak ones in there, too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Shakhtar and Roma.
Come on, bro. Come on. We're going to have one of those teams go through, dude.
Yeah,
That's it. That's the only one.
It's garbage.
That's the only one that's like that.
Bayern pulled Besiktas, of course.
They are dude, we got Sevilla.
They slid over that envelope to UEFA.
But dude, Besiktas is undefeated, I'm pretty sure, this year in Champions League. They came to play.
Don't matter.
bro.
Yo, we'll put money on this?
Yeah.
Right, let's do
I
it.
don't want to take your money, though.
Yeah, nah, bro.
Dude,
One game they're going to win. That's my bet.
Win, not tie. You going to win straight up?
man.
No, I love your heart,
I think you'd
bro.
be wiser with that grandpa coat right there, bro. I think you'd be
I won
wiser.
some money in PFC bets so far in my,
Yeah, you did.
my time
You know
here.
what? You're undefeated.
So
All right,
You're
I did take that out. Okay.
feeling good. No sense in jeopardizing a good streak, though. But yeah, Champions League is back.
I love it.
It's that time of year, man. Get the real games back on the TV. Tuesday, Wednesday, what are you doing? Drop work, get out early, skip school,
Call
skip
sick
class,
day,
call in sick.
Valentine's Day. What?
What is that?
What's Valentine's Day? Ladies, come on. Give us a break. Valentine's Day, the matchups this year.
Come on, guys.
We have to watch
You know
Real
what?
Madrid
Actually,
PSG.
Valentine's Day, let's watch a Champions League game. That's Valentine's, right?
Hey, every day's Valentine's Day. That sucker shit out of here.
Love it. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you this week, midweek, for another review. Don't forget to review us. Don't forget to check out the store. We appreciate the support. Peace.